Hey Libras, I hope you guys are doing great. This is Tipsy here to do your general life reading for September 1st through the 15th. We're going to start by pulling some oracle cards just to see what the overall energy is that's surrounding you for this reading. And the first card that we have out for you is the World. Let's pull from the Moonology deck and see what other energies are surrounding you over the next couple of weeks. What's going on with my Libra collective? We have one that came out, and we have Balsamic Moon, a time for healing. All right, we'll see how those fit into your overall reading, but let's get into some tarot and start first by pulling cards for your current energy. All right, Libra, we have the Five of Swords, and we also have Temperance. For what's currently hidden from you, you're just going to have a bunch of cards coming out, huh? We have Strength and we have the Sun. For advice from Spirit for my Libra collective, we have the Seven of Wands. And for your potential outcome, oh, all right, we'll take all of them. We have the Queen of Cups, we have the High Priestess, and we have the King of Swords. So let's grab another tarot deck and see if we can clarify these messages a little bit further. So starting again with Libra's current energy, we have the Devil. For what's currently hidden, we have the Emperor. Advice from Spirit, we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. And for your potential outcome for my Libra collective, we have the Seven of Wands. All right, so let's get into some Lenormand and get some final messages before we get into your reading. We have the Gentleman for your current energy. We have the Grave for what's currently hidden from you. For advice from Spirit, we have the Bear. And for potential outcome, we have the Cross. All right, so let's get into this, Libra. Looking at the overall energy that's surrounding this reading for you, we have the World and we also have a time for healing. So this feels like there is a lot of change on the horizon for you. That this sort of quiet period that you may have been in is a time for you to sort of pause and reflect on things that you've been through. And I almost feel like this is a rather extended energy. It's almost as if you're looking at like a movie of your life that goes back all the way to childhood. And you are craving this change that it almost feels as though like your tippy toes are right on the edge of this change, but you can't sort of take that next step until you process some things that you've been through in the past, until you take a hard look back at sort of the sum total of your life and acknowledge maybe things that you could have done differently, or acknowledge the lessons that you have learned from different events that have had in your life, acknowledge the progress that you've made. It feels as though sort of getting in that energy of accepting, processing, and moving forward is sort of that healing step that you need to go into this next chapter of your life, to start this new cycle that the world can bring. Because it feels like there are so many opportunities that are waiting for you, but there are some things that you might need to close out and sort of reconcile before you can get there. And I just heard close the books. So that might be an exercise that you need to undergo to make sure that you're ready for this next chapter. So looking at your current energy, we have the Five of Swords, we have Temperance, we have the Devil, and we also have the Gentleman. So what this feels like, and I'm getting a few messages from this, is that there has been a period of you just like fighting. Like it feels like you, I just, I just saw a scene from The Color Purple. It's like all my life I had to fight. It feels like you have been fighting for so long. And now you are sort of in a place where you are finding yourself. You are finding your footing. That for the first time in a very long time, you are able to take a breath. You are able to sort of stand on your own 2 feet in a place of peace, right? Where you are sort of letting go of negativity, where you are now sort of releasing toxicity from your life, any bad habits that you've had, any bad influences that you might have been exposed to. You are slowly starting to find your way. You're starting to find that balance again. And I feel as though there was someone who, I don't want to say that it was completely and totally their fault about whatever it is that happened, but it seems as though there was somebody who played a fairly big role in creating this energetic space that you've been in, of conflict, of fighting, of strife, of chaos, of all of that, of negativity and toxicity. This could be a boss, this could be a friend, this could be a coworker, a business partner, whomever, but it seems like there was someone who at one time you looked up to and maybe went to them for guidance. You looked at them as a partner, somebody who had your best interest at heart, and maybe you found out that no, not so much. Maybe this person brought drama and chaos into your life, and for a while you didn't necessarily know how to deal with it. You didn't know how to handle it. But now you're starting to get your bearings and you are detaching yourself from this person, from this energy, from this situation. You're finding your balance again. Looking at what's currently hidden from you, we have strength, we have the sun, we have the emperor, and we also have the grave. So what you don't necessarily see right now, because I think that this energy is still fairly fresh and you're still in a place of processing, is that you don't see that good things are on the horizon for you. That after all of this fighting and this storm, you are putting things to rest. You are putting things to rest. You are moving forward towards brighter days, towards better people, towards situations that are more aligned with what you want and that are in your best interest. You are starting to step into your power, and you are putting those other things, these situations, this conflict, you're putting that to rest. You're burying that. And I think that that's a byproduct of your healing process. You're taking the time to really reflect on what you've been through and the lessons that you have learned from those situations. But you're moving out of this energy, even if you can't necessarily see that sunshine right now. What we have for the advice from Spirit, we have the 7 of Wands, we have the 2 of Pentacles in reverse, and we also have the Bear. So with these cards, it really feels as though Spirit is saying, keep pushing, keep not fighting, but keep defending yourself against this energy. This is not the time for you to sort of go back and forth. This is the time for you to be unequivocal in wanting this change and being willing to move forward, being willing to leave this energy behind. And I almost feel like it's going to take a certain amount of stubbornness, because that to me is what the bear represents. It's someone who is very headstrong, someone who is very stubborn. And so I feel like Spirit is saying now is the time for you to embrace your resilience, your bullheadedness, like your fortitude in moving forward and not letting this person, their past energy, their past situations keep you from moving forward. This is the time now to stand up and defend your dreams, to defend your goals. Looking at the potential outcome, we have the Queen of Cups, we have the High Priestess, we have the King of Swords, the Seven of Wands, and we also have the Cross. So it's interesting that we have the Seven of Wands for your advice from Spirit, and we also have that in the outcome. And I think that ultimately what's going to happen is that you are going to continue defending your dreams. You are going to, I think, arrive at a sort of crossroads, at sort of a decision, an inflection point where you will decide to put this to rest, right? We literally have two cards of burial, the grave and the cross that we see, right? Sometimes on top of grave sites. So this is you putting things to rest. This is you standing in your full power with the King of Swords. This is you using logic and intellect, using your smarts, not allowing other people to emotionally manipulate you. This is you following your intuition and pouring energy back into yourself. This is you undergoing this healing process so that you can move into the next chapter of your life. So whatever energy you had with this person, whatever they were bringing into you, that was keeping you from moving forward, you are stepping out of that and you are stepping into your own power, which is a good thing. You are defending against this toxicity, this negativity, this stagnancy, and you're following your intuition and your own path. So let's grab one last oracle card for you and see what final message Spirit has for my Libras. Okay. And we have one that came flipping out. And what we have for you is, I feel my way into faith one step at a time. So again, this is you. This is you taking your own steps. This is you eliminating all of this nasty negative energy. This is you learning your lessons, healing from this person, from their influence. And this is you starting to take those steps because you're now standing in your power. You've released this. So good for you, Libra. You are charting your own path, independent of this person. You're putting all of that to rest. You're putting it to bed and moving forward in a way that feels good to you. You're starting the next chapter of your life. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope that this was helpful and I hope that it resonated. If it did, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. In the meanwhile, stay safe, stay healthy, and I am sending you all huge hugs.